Are poly bushings worth it for applications you don't make street density applications, such as front control arm bushings for my A3 3.2? Are there ways for a consumer to determine a quality versus non-quality poly bushing? Issues with increased wear, hydroscopic, poor ride quality. We do not use poly in any of our mounts or bushings for the reasons that we always state. Rubber is really a superior bushing and mount material. It can compress and stretch, so it can do all the things that a motor mount and suspension bushing needs it to, and it holds up well to heat. It's chemical resistant or really chemical proof. Poly, on the other hand, does not last or doesn't have long-term durability in the automotive environment, and it can only compress. You don't make like rubber bands out of polyurethane, and you can't really attach polyurethane to anything like rubber. You can vulcanize, so poly always has to be captured between two surfaces, and it always has to act under compression. But what we see from a lot of poly bushings is within a year or two, the heat and the chemicals of the automotive environment begin to break it down. So I would not recommend doing that. But I guess you can read online reviews. You can talk to other people and see what they say. I know there are customers out there that like poly. We get asked to do things in poly. We can do it if we want to. We do actually make a couple poly products. Well, our sway bar bushings are polyurethane, which is a great material for a sway bar.
Yeah, because those aren't bonded. It's a pivoting mount. So,
and it doesn't have to compress or stretch or do anything. And then we do some of these. The old cars had it's called a snub mount.
Snub mounts.
And so poly is a great material for that because it's just kind of bouncing around inside this little tube.
It's always captured and always in compression.
And I don't know that part of the engine seems to hold up a long time. Yeah. But
it's also like a 3-inch big huge chunk, puck of poly, so it's got a lot of wear material there.
Mm-hmm. I think for the A3 too, you could look at like TTRS or other applications that have heavier duty factory bushings. That may be a good option if it works.